If ever I had a feeling.
If your client want to buy our bungalow today, the only thing they need to do is to commit 10%, which is 8.5 million naira. When they got to 30%, that's around 25.5 million naira. We allocate to them. The client can walk in and say, "This is my own. Please, the way you do this room, instead of black ties, I want white. Make my own white. Instead of thing you put here, please, this is how I want my own to look. We follow and evaluate. And when it got to 50%, that is 42,500,000, we allow him to move in.
We are launching something called Ibile Traditional Mortgage today. And I'm here to give you all the updates, everything you need to know about this project. Most mortgage company charge interest of 27%. But with Ibile Mortgage Company, you can get your interest for 9 point something percent. We are going to give you opportunity to own a unit of terraces, duplexes right here and pay for 5 years. How it works is that you need to just drop just 10% and you spread for 5 years. There's amount you will pay to, you qualify for allocation, and there's amount you pay to, you now take possession of your unit. Then you can rent it out and continue to spread your mortgage plan, or you can move in and continue to spread your mortgage plan. This is one of the estates where this opportunity is, and is known as Lekki Aviation Town.
What we pledge is what your clients are going to get. That is one. Let me now introduce the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System. We've been telling everybody. I look at it. I look at the environment. I overheard people mentioning mortgage. Are we truly practicing that mortgage system in Nigeria? At the end of the day, I don't want to use foul language. I realize it looked like fraud. Okay? If the BRG has given us platform to showcase better way to go about it, and the government have said, look, we are very much available. Every Nigerians that have a meaningful life can actually access a loan up to 50 million naira. Fine. I could realize that with the economy, with the surge of material, building material, the kind of houses you build in this area at 50 million naira may not be the taste of somebody who has been renting flats in Ibeju Lekki phase 1, or that's coming from Lekki, that has been paying rent 7 million, 8 million, 9 million to 10 million naira. You now want that person to go and buy home of around 50 million naira. It will look like you are returning him to the house he doesn't want to stay. Okay, if the government can provide that privilege of 50 million naira through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, okay, Harmony Garden can also stand up, at least for the first year, on 1,000 housing units, where we should be able to provide privilege of, if you want to buy a home that worth 100 to 200 or 300 million naira, then Harmony Garden will be able to give you access to that, where you pay the next 5 years. Do not forget that some of your clients have invested around 40 million naira on a plot of land. Don't forget when we launched Harmony Garden, it appeared we launched it at around 19 million naira or around 20 million naira per se. That their investment at that point of 19 million naira now worth 60 million naira. Any of your clients that bought Lekki Aviation Town at 19 million naira now worth 60 million naira. That is the simple language. I'm still very much available if you have Lekki Aviation Town land. I want to buy because I have a problem. The problem is land. I want to acquire more. I'm still buying. Anybody who have land here can now approach Harmony Garden. He valued the land and said, now I want a building. If I want a building, though I got it for 19 million naira, I'm very sure you are now selling for 60 million naira based on what I saw online. I want to buy a home that worth 200 million naira. Okay? That land that I have, I want you to convert it to 30% of the building for me. I'm telling you today that I'm ready to buy another 60 million. The simple meaning is that the investment of 19 million naira will value to what we are currently selling Lekki Aviation Town. That means the kind of the promise, pledge you as a rector give to your clients. We made it happen. We made it happen that they have value for their investments. Those who bought it for 25 million now value 60 million. Now value 60 million. Those who bought it for 35 their investment has now become 60 million. Are they not going to pray for you? They will pray for you. The second value you pledge to them at that point, you told them that anybody you sell land to through Lekki Aviation Town, they are going to have privilege to move into their own particular plots and start building whenever. Tell me any one of you that your client approach physical planning or LABCA for approval that they do not approve their building plan for them. You don't just go and approach physical planning or LABCA or land when you don't have a root title to leverage on. is because the Lekki Aviation Town you sold to them have approved layout. The new title, root title to leverage on. That is why none of your clients that started building have not come before you and said what you sold to them is problem. Thanks to the BRG for bringing us together, for changing the environment. Last 2-3 years, if you pass here, everywhere push. Somebody sacrificed everything. Freedom, the name, and all my brother around this area are now doing perfectly well. The business has gone from where you put banner out and say you are selling land. It's not more easy. So that protects even the face, the faces. The faces I'm talking about are my own partner, the stakeholder of Harmony Garden, who some people call rector. Nobody will hold you for selling a swampy where they don't have access to. Last 3-4 months, I had the altercation from rector on phone or whatever. When their client, for the past 3 months, they did not allocate to me. I said, is that my business? That's not my business. It's your business as a rector for you to move to sites. Show them updates. Everybody knew the rain supposed to have stopped around June, July. The rain of this year did not stop until October. How do you now expect me to stop nature? It has become force majeure that I cannot control myself. If I won't be able to control it, automatically I will have to grieve underground comfort. So if rain fall next year, it won't affect your client to move to their land anymore. Then from the gate house to 1.4 kilometers, I stopped the main what they call it, drainage we are doing. I said it's better we have underground comfort instead of some of you people to thank my God. The only thing is some people don't want to explain to why they not allocate to my clients. I said, if they've not allocated to your clients, we've allocated to your clients. Well, immediately you go to 80%. If your client will not wait, you can use alternative access to go to their own plot. Thank God that all the clients I spoke with myself, they have the understanding and they appreciate. And today, I think we are allocating to around 120 people. As we are here today, some of the rectors, they are actually at the back here, where they are doing allocation for their client. Every client of Harmony Garden now have access to drive in to their home page. Nobody will say there's one drainage or water, and that is how it's going to be. The issue of the water has been resolved. It can never happen in Harmony Garden anymore. In Lekki Aviation Town. So I just want to tell us in a simple language that if we are selling land, we should know we are selling future. Because those who we met today become our future. And if they remain our future, automatically we need to protect their future because their hard-earned money they invested into 500 square meters you told them have to do with their own children's future. I just want to appreciate everyone again for getting Harmony Garden to be where we are today. Harmony Garden has become a household name. The only billionaire that I think he has is billionaire beyond sight of Harmony Garden is the Aspire and coach. And probably that my friend, Mr. Honorable. And Mr. Avana is the coach. Honorable Benga. Here, I knew a lot of rectors who are also a billionaire. I just want to remind you that you can get here where I am today because I still have a very far way to go as well. You can get here where there's determination, integrity, where you're ready to protect your integrity, where you're ready to stand on your point and your word. Your point and your word define you. Because you won't collect people's money and hand it over to me And you expect me to allow somebody else to come and take their property. I fight like a lion. Yeah. To protect those who invested their hard-earned money. That is why I can stand up and say, okay, I want to buy a Rolls Royce. The only reason why I buy a Rolls Royce is because I'm part of BRG. I'm a billionaire. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to say it anywhere. If I stand before governor, I will say, yes, I'm a billionaire. Some of the governors are not proud outside or say it outside that I'm a billionaire. Because I say, where did you see the money? I'm not for the salary. Is anybody going to ask me that bought land for 70,000 and sell it for 50 million after 10 years? So how did I become a billionaire? Nobody will ask me. And if they want to ask me, I will show them this is A and B and C. This is the deed of assignment and contract of sales of when I buy. And this is A and B and C of how I'm now selling it. I'm telling you again that the best business in the world, all the billionaires I've ever seen make their money from real estate. And Sahid Ushatolua is one of them. So either like it or not. Let me quickly rush back to the reason why we are here. I won't allow us to sit down here without us actually understand each and every segment of the home we are building. People will say, some people are selling their bungalow for 60,000, 60 million. Some people are selling for 75 million. So I'm building a modern and smartest bungalow here. That the pre-launch price till March 29, I'm going to sell the 3-bedroom bungalow with BQ. Have you seen the rooms? Have you seen the sitting room? Not until February when you come back here, before you go to see the kind of where we are building. We are going to continue selling our bungalow for 85 million naira. And we have the one they call Asake Cottage. I've told us from inception that it's a francophone design that I want people to come into Lekki Aviation Town and think they are in Paris. And that is the pledge. Don't forget that 2027 is closer. And that happened to be my pledge. Within 3 years, we are going to give the Lekki Aviation Town a phantom of a francophone that when you come here, you think you are in France. We are going to give 24 hours celebrity. Don't forget that everything we are doing has to do with centralized, and we are going to give that same value because I don't want anybody to call me when I don't have that strength again. I don't want anybody to say, hey, yeah, come and go to court regarding what your rector has put on the flyer. You know, what we are saying in essence is that within the first 3 months, we expect your clients to meet up with 10% budget. We expect within the first 6 months to meet up with 30%. That is allocation. And within a year, we expect your client to move in and spread the 50% balance. While she's staying with us already, she will spread the 50% balance to the next 4 years. That is the simple language to make it easy for them. That is why I said the kind of mortgage they operate in Nigeria is where they ask you to commit 20%. You commit 20% as if it's unsafe. They are having interest on your money there. You continue, while they are showing you home, it will finish, it's about to finish. You continue paying monthly with interest. And they've not handed it over to you. Do you borrow them the money with them before? If you put it as lump sum somewhere, I think you should have something on it. But you pay interest where they still have your money in their pocket, but they are paying interest. Why did not hand over that house to you? Is that a mortgage? I want to operate the same mortgage that the people you are selling to, the one they are used to. When I bought my care home in UK, I commit 25% and the care home pay the remaining money. And after about 5 years, I look at it, I won't have strength to collect all this thing. Let me concentrate on my prepared job. I put it in the market and I sold it out. Despite I put the mortgage on rent, the rent paid for my installment for the over 6 years. And what I paid the 225,000 pounds on finally becomes something I sold for 325,000 within 6 years. That is the kind of the mortgage I want to operate for Nigerians. I want where their investment will run and become something for them. Even if they are not in Nigeria, everybody come for 30 December. Everybody are coming for 30 December. The kind of money they are going to spend on what do you call it there? RPP or what do you call it? People call it one name. Airbnb. Yeah, thank you, sir. Airbnb. Some of them will spend beyond that 10% that can commit them to become a home. I want you to see it and I want you to look at it carefully. And by next 6 months, if you are going to be here, we want to launch the 1,000 units we pledged to the federal government that we are going to do. I'm not going to be interested in taking the money, but I'm going to recommend 1,000 Nigerians. The 1,000 Nigerians I'm talking about are your own clients who will happen to be my own fellow stakeholder of Harmony Garden. Once you recommend them and tell me they have the capacity, I will assist them to apply in case if they want. But in case if they don't want, that is Harmony Renewal Hope that have to do with the federal government support. If they don't want, they can go in line with Ibile Traditional Mortgage that have to do with Harmony Garden. They are not borrowing money from any bank. Harmony Garden becomes the bank they borrow from. Harmony Garden becomes the bank they relate with. So Harmony Garden will bestow the whole 5 years for them to repay. But if they want to go beyond 5 years, they want to go to 15, 20, 30 years that the federal government pledge, automatically I'm saying you on the platform of ARD have a standing stamina to recommend them to the federal government and said, please give this my client 30 years. Print the form, I will take it to the minister and I will secure approval for your clients. We got to with you, and that is all I have to say. In case if there is any question I need to attend to, I'm very much available. I thank everyone on Harmony Garden platform. May Almighty God continue to be with you. It starts to do with a lot of sleepless night from the AGM to the CPM and everyone, including the bricklayer that doesn't have access to me, including those laborers that I don't have access or privilege to know, all the drivers, everybody are not sleeping. And may Almighty God continue to be with us. My wife, with a lot of sleepless nights, we do have a lot of facts. Baby, this thing wasn't supposed to look like this. This is how it should look like. I want them to break it, but this is what the clients will want. Look, have you discussed this with Mr. Israel? Have Mr. Israel discussed this with ATM and CPM? I realized late on at the end of the day, I'm an Oyo Kano person. They are the negotiation. They know better than what I do. No, that's Mr. Israel. If they wouldn't be able to convince me, they wake Mr. Israel up. And you know that one, you will tell me, oh, that will not sell your market if you will be. And I want to sell. So even if I don't like it, Mr. Israel become the best police that can pass me and say, this is what the OBRG wants. And what is the BRG wants? Who am I to say I don't want? The Almighty God.